Hey everybody, NecroVMX here. Here I am outside again. Uh, yeah, so I've been wanting to do like more videos that are like unscheduled sort of videos like I did the video explaining the new schedule, and I also showed off the game collection and everything, and I got a really good response to that video, although I think about a third of the comments were about my beard. Hey, whatever. It's funny because I looked at the video and I was like, it's time for a trim when you start looking like Nebuchadnezzar, but everybody seemed to really dig it, you know. But anyway, due to the response that I got from the last video and sort of an urge to categorize and catalog everything, because that's what I like to do because I'm obsessive like that. I've decided to do some more videos focusing on the game collection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one video for like, per system. And I'm going to start with recent stuff and then like work my way back because that's easy for me. So today we're going to take a look at like the games that I have for Xbox 360. There were some comments about like some of the games I had in there and you didn't see them all anyway. So, and sometimes there's a story behind, a game or whatever. Usually not, but sometimes. So let's go inside and take a look at the Xbox 360. Okay, so here we are back at the game collection, and these are the Xbox 360 games, and we're just going to take them out and sort of, comment on them and show each one. I already mentioned the stuff that's like here. Here's Injustice Gods Among Us, which is the most recent game that I have. A lot of people ask me, should I get this? Is it worth getting? As I explained in the video, I have barely played it. I played it like once. I played the tutorial when I was setting up the HDMI, and I haven't really had the chance to play it, so you're asking the wrong guy. Read a review. This is Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. You guys have actually seen me LP that part of it, which is Dragon Age Origins. Eventually I'm going to get to that part of it, which is Dragon Age Awakening. There's also some other DLCs that I'll probably do. Let's see. Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. That was a really cool game. I pretty much have all the Guitar Hero and Rock Band games. I mean, even ridiculous ones like this is Rock Band Country Track Pack 2. That's when you can tell that I'm obsessive. I'm not even really into country music, but yeah. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, one of my favorite games of all time. I'll definitely be getting a sequel to that. I haven't even played the 3DS one yet because I'm still playing Fire Emblem Awakening. Here's The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I think I'm going to be getting back into this because I haven't played the DLC, and that's one thing I want to do. This is Green Lantern Rise of the Manhunters. Pretty obvious why I got this. I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. I have played through some of it, and then I just kind of forgot about it. I should get back to that because I did like it. It's not like amazing or anything, but it's a pretty decent game. Final Fantasy 13. I really like this one. It was sort of a polarizing love it or hate it game, but yeah, I happen to like it. Here is Dragon Age 2. And I haven't actually played this yet, if you can believe it. I actually only recently bought it like a few months ago. And the reason I've been playing Dragon Age Origins again is because I finally want to play this. And I know what people are going to say. It's not as good as the first one ever. And I'm not expecting it to be. I'm just expecting it to be kind of enjoyable. So my sights are set a little lower. So you don't need to tell me about, oh, it's not as good, because I already know about that. But yeah, that's why I'm playing Dragon Age Origins and Awakenings over again so that I can get into this. So, because I want to carry a save over. Here's Bioshock Infinite. As you can see, I did use the alternate cover art because the stock one is pretty raunchy. This game is awesome. Loved every second of it. This is Transformers War for Cybertron, which is the first good Transformers game ever made, and I thought it was awesome. I do have the sequel some in here, which I haven't played yet, but yeah. Let's see. Brutal Legend. This is another game that I have but haven't played. I just picked it up one day. Haven't gotten around to it yet. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Fate of Two Worlds. I think I've done more than one video on this. I know I did one as part of the Street Fighter series that recently ended. But I also think I did one when it came out. And it's an okay game. It's not really amazing, but it's decent. Oh, here's Transformers Fall of Cybertron, which is the sequel. This one has a cool slipcase to it. And you could tell I bought it recently because it still has the sticker on it. But yeah, I haven't played it yet. There's a lot of games in here that I haven't played yet. Beatles Rock Band, pretty self-explanatory. Rock Band, it's the Beatles. Here's Dishonored. I also have not played this yet. This came heavily recommended to me by a friend he called it the game of the decade, which is really high praise. So I went out and bought it, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. This is Spec Ops: The Line, and it's the premium edition, including the FUBAR pack. And if you don't know what FUBAR means, it means fucked up beyond all recognition, which is actually a military term, believe it or not. Somebody asked me about this. I haven't played it. Actually, it's still in the shrink wrap. But this is another one that came heavily recommended to me by a friend, the same guy who recommended Dishonored. And, you know, I do trust his opinions. That's my friend Andrew. Even though he is a Metal Gear fanboy, I do trust his opinions on most things. So I did pick it up. This is Star Trek Legacy. This is amusing because I actually picked this up solely to do as part of a feature. I only paid $20 for it. And, you know, I love fucking Star Trek. Star Trek is awesome. And I expected it to be bad because most Star Trek games are pretty bad, except for like Star Trek Conquest and PlayStation 2 and Wii, which I have for PlayStation 2. But in this case, Star Trek Legacy, actually, I haven't played through the whole thing, but what I have played was enjoyable, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, Rock Band 3, this was a huge disappointment to me, so much so that I did a video called Fuck Rock Band 3. It's not a bad game, I've certainly played it plenty. It's just, I was kind of sick of all the reviews stating that it was better than Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock, which it's not. Here's another one I haven't played, 007 Bloodstone. I'll get around to it. I know that one kind of got iffy reviews, but I'm a big James Bond fan, so there you have it. It's another game that I haven't played, Dead Space. This one's, is this in it? No, it's not in shrink wrap. But I just picked this up because it was cheap. I paid $18 for it. Eventually, I'll play it. You know, I'll get to all these games eventually. Here's another one that I'll get to eventually, which is Borderlands. Once again, I picked it up because it was cheap. And, another one that I spent $18 on. And, you know, I'll get to it. That's Green Day Rock Band. Yeah, you know, I'm obsessive that way. I'm kind of actually glad that the rhythm game craze is over, so I don't have to buy all these ridiculous games. This is Catherine, which is a really cool game from Atlas. It was actually their first HD game, and the best way I could describe it is it's like a horror version of Q*bert, which is also about a guy cheating on his girlfriend. Yeah, it's weird. Actually, it's also interesting because there are two different covers. One for the Xbox version and the other for the PlayStation version. So if you have it from PS3, it has a completely different box art. But that game was actually even better than I thought it was going to be, and I did have high hopes. This is Alan Wake. Actually, my friend Andrew bought this for me, and I still haven't played it. I've been looking forward to trying it, but I just, haven't had the time. So many games, so little time, Okay, and Batman Arkham City, which is one of the coolest games ever. Certainly the best Batman game. Definitely the best. Actually, I'm going to say it's the best superhero game I've ever played. It may even be the best licensed game I've ever played. So, yeah. Here's King of Fighters 13, which I was kind of iffy about because I didn't like King of Fighters 12. I did a video on it when I first got it, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But then I very quickly realized that there's like almost nothing to that game. There's nothing to unlock. There's no story mode. There's only a couple of characters. It was really kind of it's probably the worst King of Fighters game ever made. So 13 is pretty much like the fixed version. It's the same basic engine, but with way more characters. It has a story. And this one's actually really awesome. And I picked it up because it was published by Atlas, and they always give out like a lot of cool stuff when you pre-order games. And I got like this soundtrack bundle that had music from all of the King of Fighters games on 4 CDs, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, this is funny. Story behind this one. This is the only game I have that's not in a box. It's, well, for Xbox anyway. This is Tiger Woods PGA Tour 07. And this actually came with the Xbox 360. I bought my original Xbox 360, not the one that's right on my foot now. Well, it's in front of my foot. But my original Xbox 360, which was the 20 gig model, I bought it on eBay, and it came with a bunch of games. Most of them were sports games and also Halo 2, and none of them were really interesting. And I thought about just trading them in at GameStop or something, but the problem is because they were almost all sports games. Sports games have almost no resale value at GameStop, especially if they're more than a year old, and it was already 2 years old at that point. So, I just sold them on eBay, and I got $40 for them. But I did want to keep at least one of the games just to have something to play until I picked up, some more games, and I picked the Tiger Woods game. And I've played it a few times, but not really a lot. Here's BioShock 2, which was awesome. I'm surprised it still has the sticker on it. I ought to get that out of there. Here's Guitar Hero Van Halen. This one was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, but still kind of the beginning of the decline of that whole series. Okay, here's Assassin's Creed, and it's the Platinum Hits version, which normally I hate the kind of things like this because you don't get the full box art. It's in a border. This was a gift, and I'm sorry to say that I haven't even taken the shrink wrap off because I haven't gotten to play it yet, but eventually I do have a lot of interest in the Assassin's Creed series. It's just I haven't, gotten to that one yet. So, there you have it. Resident Evil 5. I have no idea why I bought this. I don't really think it's all that great, but, I liked Resident Evil 4, and it has kind of similar gameplay. But as my girlfriend Julie said, the problem with this one is that it's not scary, and that kind of ruins it. Here's King of Fighters 12, which I already talked about, which I didn't really like either. But, there's no reason to play it now that I have 13. I just recently picked up Dark Souls. This is interesting because I actually got this game as a gift for someone else because it was on their Amazon wish list or something. Or no, their Steam wish list folder. And I bought them Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition for PC, and he went on and on and on about how great it was, and it is a game that I was interested in, so I just recently picked this up for $17. And actually, once I'm done with the Dragon Age 1 and 2 thing that I'm doing, I'm probably going to play that next. Here's another one in the shrink wrap. This is Darksiders 2, which actually came with my Xbox 360 Slim model. Actually, it came with two games. It came with that, and it also came with Batman Arkham Asylum, which was a digital download. And I gave that away to a friend. I gave him the code. Actually, it was a coworker. So, yeah, I gave it away on Facebook. I was going to give it away on the Facebook page, the NecroVMX Facebook page, but I decided to give the people at Kazara Studios first crack at it, and so somebody already got that. Here's Super Street Fighter 4. I did buy this, 9 new characters and all that, and I did enjoy the hell out of it. But then they released 2 more versions of Super Street Fighter 4, and I refused to go any further than that. Capcom kind of pisses me off. This is Lego Rock Band, which was actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it was a fun little game. It's just the campaign was way too long. Mortal Kombat was great. You guys have probably seen the playthrough that I did of that. I did a full playthrough of that. Here's the original Street Fighter 4, which I did enjoy. Super Street Fighter 4 is better, but hey, whatever. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, this was a gift. I haven't actually yet played it, because I've been playing the Call of Duty games mostly on PC, because it's better that way. But I'll get around to it. This is Final Fantasy 13-2, which I actually liked even better than Final Fantasy 13. The story wasn't as good as the first one, but what was a lot better was the gameplay. I feel shrink wrap. What is this? Oh, okay. Now I'm embarrassed I haven't gotten to play this because I was so excited for it. But this is a heater just came on because I got the door open. This is the full title of this is El Shaddai: Ascension of the Metatron, and this is probably the only game that I ever bought that I bought because it just looked cool. I saw a trailer for it and it looked really badass, and it's an indie game, and I'm all about supporting indie games. So I did buy it, but I haven't played it yet. But I definitely wanted to support the developer because they were doing something kind of unique. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. I featured that in a video when I did my Mortal Kombat games. Here's Bayonetta. I actually got that. It's a really cool game, by the way. I actually got that recommendation from Julie because Julie really liked Bayonetta. Here's Batman Arkham Asylum, which I thought was the best Batman game, and it was until Arkham City came out. We're almost done. Here's Guitar Hero Smash Hits. I can't remember why I bought this since it doesn't have any new songs. I think it's just because all the old games that I had in this series are on PlayStation 2. So, Dante's Inferno. This is once again... actually, this is the other game that I bought just because it looked cool. I really liked the whole art direction and everything, and it was a pretty cool game. I did enjoy it, although the ending was a little drab. The last few levels. It was a cool game. See, now, I don't even remember buying Quake 4. So, the story of how... I just probably saw it for $5 and said, what the hell? But, I don't know. I probably should have just gotten it for PC. BlazBlue Calamity Trigger. I forget if I did a video on this or not. I think I did. But that was a really cool game. It actually, that was like recommended to me from several people on YouTube. So I do listen to the recommendations on occasion. Soul Calibur 4, it's an alright game. I mean, I think that series has kind of gone downhill a little bit. I haven't picked up 5 yet. And the last game in here is, I think, Bioshock, because I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, Bioshock. I mean, what can I say about Bioshock that hasn't been said? It's a fucking classic. So, those are all my Xbox 360 games. And, join me next time. I'll go over the Wii games next. So I'll see you guys then.